Terrific budgets, music to my ears. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to reveal the newest group chats in show business. Prime Video presents.
Let's go.
Let's go. Mere mortals like me walk onto a stage. Today though, we put our hands together in prayer for a man they call the Greek god. He reinvented himself again and again, then built each RX so others could do the same. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Hrithik Roshan as he makes his foray as a producer in the streaming space with Prime Video. Let's hear it for HRX Films.
We couldn't be happier to partner with you as you begin your new journey as a producer. We're looking forward to Storm, Mess, and doing so much more with you in the future. You and Ishan both. Thank you so much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Thank you for joining us on stage. Once again, a huge round of applause for Hrithik Roshan and a warm welcome to HRX Films.
Excellent, like this one.
It's all wonderful, and I'd love to take this chat like post the show, but I see we were going in circles a little bit, like thoda gol gol like that. So do these actors or performances have names or they're just creatures?
Yeah. No, they have names. Good names.
They have names.
Very nice names. Yeah. Good names. Yeah.
Okay, I've been polite so far. I just have to say it as it is. But what are these names?
You know, I have to say, Nikhil, it's been an honor partnering with Prime Video. You all have the most fantastic team, and we can't wait for Don't Be Shy to be on Prime Video for the world.
I see. You've truly mastered the art of being a seasoned producer already. Alia, because your answers seem beautifully independent of my questions for some reason.
Yes, Karan, because there is a way to launch actors.
And clearly I would know that, would I? I've never done something like that.
Well, what can I say? We've learned from the best. And the best have always taught us that there's a timing for everything.
Okay.
And speaking of timing, I think this would be a great time for a group photo, which would be incomplete without our co-producer Grishma Shah. So,
but before he comes in, I have a very important question to ask you. It's crucial and critical, and it's not on the script. Are they outsiders?
Yes.
I'm so proud of you. All right, okay. While the actors are kept under wraps, then I would like to introduce the team that made this happen. Please welcome their partner in crime on stage, Grishma Shah.
Welcome, Grishma. And I just wanted to say it's been such a pleasure to bring this movie to life. It's an incredibly sweet, beautiful movie, and I think it's going to connect with young audiences, not only in India, but across the world. We're absolutely delighted to partner with this lovely team of women creators. Thank you for bringing the movie to us.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you, and without revealing much, you have already piqued everyone's attention. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Prime Video presents Don't Be Shy. Why don't we capture the moment with a lovely picture, please. The photo, please welcome back on stage Gaurav Gandhi and Nicole Clements. Nikhil, of course, has to be a part of the picture. Joining us on stage is the audacious team behind System. With a round of applause, please welcome Pami Baveja, Jyotika, Ashutosh Gavarekar and Ashwini Iyer Tiwari. Ashwini, that looked amazing, by the way. Congratulations.
Jyotika, we are such big admirers of your work. Can you tell us a little more about the movie without giving too much away?
vote of thanks to everyone, as Ashwini said. I won't repeat it. Thank you, Amazon, and to Harman.
System to do a photo of for us. Please, Ashu, get it. Spoiled half-siblings, Kanishk and Kanupriya, have just inherited a fancy hotel. Most people would call this a blessing, but for these two, it's a hostage situation with a 5-star rating.
In this hilarious comedy of errors, it's actually the hotel that needs a wake-up call. Prime Video presents Welcome to Khoya Mahal.
Welcome to Khoya Mahal. Peace.
Okay, please welcome on stage the stellar team of Welcome to Khoya Mahal, Aditi Rao Haidari, Barun Sopti, Konkana Singh Sharma, Jaideep Sarkar, Smriti Jain, and Gaurav Mishra.
Konkana, Jaideep has directed a wonderful series for us before, but you're donning the director's hat for a Prime Video series for the first time.
Fantastic show, one of my personal favorites. Please join us in welcoming Rishi Negi, Sunanda Gupta, Anusha Nandakumar, Sandeep Saket, Ali Fazal, Sonali Bendre, and Prosit Roy.
Ali, the teaser looks incredibly intense. How did you prepare yourself to bring that level of intensity to your character?
Oh, it's, hi everyone. It's him. He's the man, him and the lady.
It's
These
them.
3 people have directed me into looking something like that. I think I've never played a cop before, and we went period. So it was very interesting costumes, very interesting timeline to be part of, and yeah, we tried to pull something. But thoda naya hai.
It looks absolutely incredible. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sonali, I have a question for you. We are big fans.
Thank you so much, and all the very best, and more power to the entire team of Rao. All right, wow, looked absolutely fantastic, and what, like I said earlier, what an absolutely terrific cast and such terrific filmmakers behind it. Vijay, serial killer, gangster, now you're a gambling kingpin. Seems like being an outlaw really does pay off for you. And well, how do you ensure that no 2 characters actually feel the same? Welcome on stage, Saira.
Kritika, your
Yes.
some moment that you remember.
I love this period. These 70s going into 80s, my favorite period for its fashion, for films, for music. So just to be a part of this world that we created, and the team created it so beautifully, was absolutely amazing.
किसकी हिम्मत मुझसे कुछ नहीं पूछा मटका किंग सीरीज देखिए पता चलेगा कौन है
Prolific words.
Such a pleasure and delight being part of this superbly talented team. Amazing director, producer Siddharth Rai Kapoor, Amazon, together, and extremely talented actors. I've had fantastic time doing this series, and I'm very sure आप सबको भी ये सीरीज देखकर मजा आएगा और ये कंफ्यूजन भी क्लियर होगा मटका किंग है कौन.
Well, thank you and congratulations to the entire cast and crew. So in a way, just like me, an ex-actor turned PVP loudspeaker now.
By the way, in this show, the agency is called The Bookshop, which I think is actually a genius name because today's times, there's nothing less visited or more secretive than a bookstore, unfortunately.
I don't want to be accused of leaking any more classified info, so without any further delay, Prime Video presents Teen Ka Wings.
Siddharth Gupta, Fatima Sana Sheikh, Ronit Roy, Pavel Gulati, and Bobby Deol, along with Priyanka Ghaus and Abbas Tayarwal.
And accelerate to the teaser. Prime Video presents Karname Badla Gear Palti Kismat.
Saqib Ayub, Naman Jain, Sai Tamankar, Sikandar Kher, director Vinay Vaik.
There were so many of them, but the most exciting part was reliving the youth. This is about, the series is based in Mumbai and it's about 4 young boys and their adventure and misadventures. And it was somewhat, it's autobiographical. So I guess that was the fun part, and that's the mistakes which we did, we wanted the boys to do the same mistakes. So that was the fun part, I guess. Yeah.
Well, we can't wait to watch it. It all looks fantastic.
Sorry, I'm the great cast.
Of course.
I have to mention this. Sorry.
All of them, incredible actors and some new faces on streaming. And we can't wait to watch the magic and the chemistry that this lead cast will bring to this fascinating show. Now, I would love for everyone to do a photo op, but before that, I'd like to invite Sahira and Gaurav Basin for this photo opportunity again. Please come up front, ladies and gentlemen, so the cameras can catch you in all its glory. To fill out your Form 16, Prime Video presents Tax Department Story.
चुराया हुआ टैक्स आमतौर पर 3 ही तरीके से छुपाते हैं, प्रॉपर्टी, जेवर या कैश.
Mr. Ravi Kishan, Aditya Rawal, Ashwini Bhave, Rajesh Kumar, Barkha Singh, Anu Singh, Prashant Raj, Shibishi Sarkar, Chitra Subramaniam, and Saurabh Bhave.
Than the 12th board exams that I gave, but let me gather my thoughts. So I came into the show with novelist's instinct. I'm trained as a journalist and I'm a screenwriter, so the habits of screenwriters, which means writing and rewriting and rewriting and rewriting and never ending the writing process. But with a show that was created by my co-showrunner, who also happens to be my brother, Prashant Raj. And then Prime Video handed over a whole new vocabulary, long format show, not just in the creative exercise of it as to how to build the show, but also in, well, teen sport. And now I feel I've not only learned the vocabulary better than how it was last year, but if writing and show running is a double-edged sword, I'm happy to walk on it again and again.
Congratulations, and we can't wait to see the end product of all your vision and hard work.
Ravi ji,
Because of you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Nikhil, hello. Thank you.
All right, thank you, and may I please invite on stage again Sahira and Gaurav Basin to capture this wonderful moment on stage. Nikhil, of course. And his ex-mother-in-law is his flatmate. Oh, this sounds exciting already. So the real winner here is their therapist. I'm told he's already building a bungalow. Prime Video presents Rafu. And her new partner are in the same building as you, and your mother-in-law, I mean your, sorry, ex-mother-in-law, wo bhi bahut hai.
Yes.
She's your flatmate. How does that even happen? Reverse aluminium में सास मिल गई क्या?
हाँ सर, रिवर्स हारमोनी में मुझे सांस ही मिल गई है, लेकिन सांस भी बहुत कमाल है जिसने मेरी सांस लेनी मुश्किल कर रखी है।
निखिल, don't be shy.
Thumping music. This is the kind of show that has everything. Prime Video presents Looking.
All right, but Nikhil, the teaser can wait. Let's take a second to loosen up, everyone. To shake things up, we have an exclusive live performance by a man who has more talents than I have trolls. So get your groove on, because we've flown in hip-hop royalty to address you directly. Please welcome the hit-making voice behind Maan Meri Jaan and Tu Aake Dekh Le, the one, the only, King! Will you please cue the teaser?
गोली खा लेगा उसके? हाँ, खा लेंगे। और चला लेगा मेरे लिए। थोड़ी देर में दिवाली वाली फीलिंग आएगी।
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands up for King and the cast of Look Here. I would love to invite the whole team on stage. Give it up for King, Rashi Khanna, Palak Tiwari, Lashveer Saran, Shivankit Parihar, Agrim Joshi, Debojit Purkayastha, Himang Kaur and Vipul Shah.
Karan, with that, I'm going to take your leave. That was great fun. I'll see you later.
That's not fair, really, but okay. All right. I totally get it. This event is as long as 2 marathons. Please give it up for Nikhil Madhok, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. All right. Taking over the baton from Nikhil is a man who is as fashionable as Manish Malhotra, as sweet as Eminem, and licenses titles faster than Eminem. Give it up for Director and Head of Content Licensing at Prime Video India, Manish Meghani. All right, my big request before we move ahead is if we request everyone to refrain from... Ekta, Ekta, Ekta. I have to say it twice because you're Ekta. You're bringing the magic and popularity of the supernatural to cinemas and streaming with such deeply inspired cultural nuances. What can you tell us about the film and the world of this spectacular teaser that we just saw of One?
So, Indian folklore has been a part of all of us, and I think it's time that we bring out with state-of-art VFX and a large screen experience some of our most undiscovered Indian folklore. And we have a very, very interesting cast here. Siddharth, Tamanna, my old favorite Shweta, Manish, and it's also our first association with TVF on film and with Amazon. So it is, I think, one of our most exciting scripts. It was brought to us as a concept by TVF. So it is going to give a whole new, I think it's going to be a whole new genre breaker. So hoping for the audiences to like it the way we do.
You had to collaborate with TVF because TV is you. And if you weren't going to collaborate yourselves, Manish, congratulations on that. All right, guys. What if the world was ruled by shape-shifting snakes? Well, some would argue it already is.
But the truth aside, our next film is about a world of Ichhadhari Nags and Nagins, where there is one guy whose Nag money is under threat. In fact, you're also part of the team that brought this film to life. Karan, tell you about this story.
Well, I have to say it was the most hilarious narration I have ever had in the corridors of Dharma Productions. We were all laughing like from the beginning till the end. Everyone knows, the simplicity of its entertainment value is the one thing that always attracts me, and as it did with this. And everyone knows you don't mess with someone's college money and their Nag money. No civic sense. Now all that matters for a Nag is to save his Nag money. The rest is history, as they say. Please put your hands together and shed some skin for Prime Video presents Nagzilla.
इच्छाधारी नाग रूप बदलने की
Jen. Come up front, please. Ajay, don't be shy.
Please. I have a question for some of you. I'll start with both you, Mahavirji and Karan. Nagzilla is one of the most talked about upcoming films, for the next year or so. Bringing together your exciting collaboration. How did this happen? Tell us a little bit about it.
Karan, please.
Well, the two people responsible for this happening in our collective lives are standing right here, Mrig and Mahavirji, and both of them, Mahavirji I've known for years and years. He's been a dear, dear, dear friend. We've always wanted to come together and collaborate. I'm a big fan of Mrig's work. He's had one of the most successful comedy franchises with Fukre 1, 2 and 3. Rarely does a film, get made into a third part. So when he came to me with this idea, when I heard the narration, he had me at hello in every which way. Hello to this universe. The universe was incredible. I always believed that stories of snakes, historically, in Indian cinema have always appealed to a large, vast, mass audience. And you couple that with humor, with Karthik Aryan's terrific, on-screen chemistry with other actors and his sheer presence, and I'm sure you have a bona fide success. So I'm really grateful to Mrig and to Mahavir really for bringing this project to Apurva, to Maraika, and to us at Dharma Productions. Thank you, Divyansh, for always taking many bullets on our collective behalf.
Thank you, Karan.
No, please, can you tell us a little bit about this collaboration?
I'll just say, first of all, I would like to thank, on behalf of all of us from India to Amazon, because the kind of content Amazon is streaming, it is reducing the stress worldwide, and it is increasing the joy. So thank you, Amazon, for bringing such amazing content. That's what I would like to say first. And then, it was a long wish to work with Karan, Apurva, and Dharma. And I think with Nagzilla, this really happened. And I would like to start with our writer and director, Mrig, and Gautam Mehra. They both came up with this idea, and then journey started. Thank you, Karan, for giving us such an amazing support to this film always.
And our actor Karthik is not here, but I think we had a great time shooting this, and thank you Apurva, and thank you Dharma, and thank you Amazon on coming on board for this lovely, unique subject. Thank you.
Thank you for those very kind words, Mahavir ji. Mirik, I have a question for you. Creature Features enjoy this real massive global fan base. How did you plan on making Nagzilla match or exceed some of the things that people have seen so far? What's different?
Usually with Creature Features, one tends to lean towards fear and horror. So the thing that we are bringing, as Karan mentioned, the unique thing that we are bringing in this film is comedy, and there's a lot of probably an overdose of comedy as well. So that kind of makes it different from what usually we see in Creature Features, and of course without compromising on the scale and on the visual aspects of the what is expected from a Creature Feature, So it's a heavy action, adventure, VFX driven film, mixed with a lot of humor, a lot of bizarre situations, some very oddball characters, So they're kind of all mixed up in a world where usually in my filmography I try to bring reality and fantasy in the same breath, So it's one of those where the Ichchadari Nags or the shape-shifting serpents, they're coexisting amongst us in our world, and that kind of makes it unique. It's like Hera Fairy meets Fukre in a Ichchadari world, So that kind of mix gives it an edge to a regular creature film, So I think and apart from it, it's great visuals. There are great set pieces in terms of action, in terms of adventure, as I said, and a lot of fun. We got a great cast, and we had tremendous joy shooting this film. So we'll be happy to bring it soon.
And we can't wait, and all the luck and love for all of us for the massive, super, stupendous success of Nagzilla. And may I please request everyone now to join each other for a group photo, and I'd love for Akhil to join us, along with Shilangi as well, please.
Along with Karan Johar.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much to Team Nagzilla.
And after this theatrical run, you get to watch it again on Prime Video, and Karan gets to watch it as many times as he wants on the edit.
And I can't wait for that. And Manish, now, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, has to leave. Thank you for joining me, Manish. It was an incredible, incredible time with you on stage.
This was fun.
Thank you. Thank you.
See you soon.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, to take us through the next segment, I request Prime Video's global leaders to come back on stage. Let's give a warm welcome to Kelly Day, Nicole Clements, and Gaurav Gandhi. Theatres are not just about projectors and screens. Theatres are where the magic of cinema touches the soul of culture. Some people doubt the future of theatres, but certainly not Amazon. When it comes to innovation in storytelling and content, Prime Video is truly exceptional. Our next segment takes that DNA of innovation and exceptionalism forward with bold strides. Today, Amazon MGM Studios unveils an ambitious India theatrical slate. Movies made for and to be released in theatres. And all of us in the film industry say, more power to you, Amazon. Truly, To tell us more about this giant leap forward, I have with me Kelly, Nicole and Gaurav. Kelly, let me start with you. The fact that you're supporting the theatrical window and creating movies that go to theaters first is truly, for a filmmaker, and I say this with all my heart, truly heartening. Can you tell us more about this zone of thinking?
So, at Prime Video, we want customers to have complete freedom when choosing how to enjoy the latest movies. India is a great example of the intention that has really informed the evolution of the Prime Video service. We started our journey in India by licensing movies for post-theatrical premieres and then made them accessible to customers in India and across the world through subs and dubs. So giving deep, all-India reach to the films, especially with movies from the 4 southern languages, played a big role in creating the phenomenon of pan-India movies. During the pandemic, when the theaters were shut, we were, again, the first streamer to premiere movies directly on the service in India. And since then, we've premiered over 65 movies across 6 languages directly on the service. Our Indian Originals team then also started producing movies for streaming. Our recent mega hit, Subadar, is an example of that. And we also partnered with many studios for co-productions, including Dharma. And now we are super excited to announce a slate for theatrical today.
Nicole, I'd love to know. Thank you for that, Kelly. Thank you so much, very much. And you know, again, I say this again with all my heart, for a filmmaker, you have no idea what this truly means. Because at the advent of streaming, there was so much anxiety and, you know, just uncertainty and fear of whether streaming would be fighting the theatrical success or potential of theatrical films. But now to see a platform do both in equal tandem with equal amount of vigor, excitement and energy, it truly is really something that every filmmaker will tell you how excited they are about that. Nicole, what is the brief to your team here? Like, what kind of movies are you truly looking for?
Well, first and foremost, an Amazon Movies commercial. We want to reach a broad audience with our movies, but that doesn't mean sacrificing quality. We believe that authentic, locally rooted stories with passionate creators will engage a wide audience. To do that, we think it's less about genre and more about universally engaging themes. You'll see today we have everything, from spy comedy to intense romance, from family entertainers to action thrillers, all the way to supernatural. But the common denominator across all those genres is that they are creator-driven stories that have something to say.
Well, one of the movies coming up is in collaboration with my company, Dharma Productions, so I can vouch for the fact that everything you have mentioned is absolutely true, and you've experienced it personally and firsthand. Gaurav, launching a 5-film theatrical slate is in just 1 year is absolutely remarkable. What enabled you to move that fast, that quickly?
So Karan, as a company we have a high bias for action, and as a studio we have a strong track record of creating great content and engaged stories. So that's what helped us really to move very fast here. Honestly, the response from the creative community has been amazing. I mean, great partners, including you, who share our vision for storytelling, a passion for it, and I also have the same theatrical conviction on these movies as we do. So it's been great to
Absolutely, and thank you absolutely to all 3 of you for such an insightful conversation about the potential of what happens when a giant streamer enters the theaters. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Gaurav. Thank you, all of you. Before we proceed, ladies and gentlemen, may I please request our absolutely wonderful audience to turn off your recording devices, phones, laptops, cameras.